Hello, good morning everyone. Thank you for coming back to join me today. I'm just continuing with my journal making, and if you remember from my last video, the kit that I'm using is the Croak kit from Amy at Crafty Cat USA. Now, the Croak kit is a toad kit, and this is one of the images, and I've got them all printed out, and I've put my 4 signatures together. And what inspired me to use this kit was it reminded me of one of my favourite Beatrix Potter stories, Mrs Tittlemouse. Odd you may think, but if you know the story of Mrs Tittlemouse, she's plagued by things going into her little home, such as beetles, bugs, and a toad who's called Mr Jackson, and he leaves muddy footprints everywhere. So it was ideal for me. It just inspired me to do Mrs Tittlemouse. So it's a little bit odd, you may think. But to me it works really well, so I hope you like it. I've done a little bit more work since I last met you, or since I was last here. I've put some ribbon, some frills on some of the pages, and I've been working on the first signature, and that's, I think, complete. Oh, I was just going to have a look and see what we think it looks like. This is the fabric that I was thinking of using on the cover. And I think I'm going to have enough. So it's a nice green with floral, but I'm going to do a soft spine with this. So it's going to be kind of like that. And I'm going to try and add Mrs Tittlemouse on there as well, so that she perhaps flips. But I've not really thought about that yet. So that's ongoing. So I'm really enjoying it. And as I say, journals to me, they grow as I make them. I have an idea in my head. Well, no, I don't have. That's not true. I don't have an idea in my head. I know I like the kit, and I know I feel inspired to use it. And then once I've put my pages together, it just kind of develops from there. So what have I done in the first one? We made this last time, which is the flip, and you can see Mrs Tittlemouse peeking out there, and one of the ladybirds and bugs. And I need a journal card to go in there. And I've put that little information about Mrs Tittlemouse in there. One of the toad journal cards from the kit that goes in there. That's going to be, to me, that's Mr Jackson. There she is, plagued by the bumblebees. They want to make a nest in her storeroom. Put a little snip there. These minis are from Mrs Cog. She has quite a few Beatrix Potter things. Little pocket just there, and I've just put some little bits of paper that can be used either to journal on or used in the journal. That's a flip with, and you can see I've kind of started to lean towards Beatrix Potter now with a toad theme. So squirrel nook in there, and this is from Amy's Spring Has Sprung. And then there's extra journaling paper on the back of that, so you can still journal on there. Oops. I covered that page, if you remember, it just had someone's name on it. So I've just covered that up with a little flip there. And that's from the frog kit, Mrs Tittlemouse. And so the story is intact in this. These guinea pigs, this is from the Spring Has Sprung from Amy as well, and I just love these guinea pigs. Just stole my heart. I love them, and I think they're nipping off to do some gardening, and these are all the flowers and plants that the creatures in Beatrix Potter uses. I've got something in the pockets there, but I don't think they're going to stay. I'm undecided yet. What else did we do? I've put a couple of cards on there. They're just clipped on. So there's lots of room to write. This is a flip out. What have I done? I've mixed the pages up, look. There we go. And the reason that I've put that bug card there is because Mrs Tittlemouse is talking about a beetle getting lost in the passage, and she has to clear up the dirty feet. So I thought they're the little beetles that are annoying her. And then again, there's that lovely toad from Amy's kit. And then there's just a piece from the book that I've got with some extra journaling paper on there. So it's a bit of an eclectic journal maybe, but I'm really liking how it's coming together. I think that toad, that's Fussy cut out the kit, and is looking at that butterfly that he's going to eat. Again, another little snip down there. Sorry, do I keep going up? Oh, and I've not put this page in, look. So this is the back page. So I need to get that glued in. So let's do that. And then that's this first signature, almost done. And then I'll move on to signature number 2 and see how we go with that. So I hope you're all okay. I'm trying to get some videos done in anticipation of being away, because we're away a couple of weeks in June and we're away a couple of weeks in July. So it's a bit hit and miss with my videos. So they're going to be kind of spaced out, and these journals will probably be finished by the time you see the videos. That's nice, isn't it? And I've got a journaling card in there, one of Amy's as well. That's a little tuck spot just there. And then I thought I might try and put a pocket on here. Oh, I've got a ladybird. So if I fold this over, you can see I've printed this on those prints that you have to do to check that your printer's working properly. I'm going to just cut this ladybird out and see what we think. I think this ladybird is from the, which kit's it from? I think it's from the Gribbet kit, the frog kit, I think. Does that fit? I can't cut much more off of there, can I? But I can square it up a little bit. So I think I'll do that. I'm going to glue it together first. So this is only printed on 80 GSM, so it's not very sturdy. But if I glue the two sides together, it becomes quite sturdy. It's a bright sunny day here in the UK today. We're at the end of May. It's the Sunday, so my husband's away in his Jeep. He's been away for the weekend. He does reenactments. So he's off at a place called Belvoir Castle, which is just down the road from us. So it's spelt Belvoir, B-E-L-V-O-I-R, Belvoir, but it's pronounced Beaver. Beautiful, beautiful castle. And if I take the dog a walk up and over the hill near us, I can see Belvoir Castle up on the hill. So we really are quite close to it. It's got a lot of history to it. I don't know if any of you have ever been to it. Snip a bit off there because I can just see the white. Me again, I might lose a little tiny bit of your leg, Mrs. Ladybird, but don't worry. They're painless. I think that'll be fine. And if I cut it off just past there, it will be fine. We'll just fit a journaling card in there. So we'll glue that. So yes, I've had the house to myself for the weekend. So I've been doing some jobs in the garden while it's been nice. And it's this week that we've got the wedding. So I've got some last minute bits and pieces to help my future daughter-in-law get ready for that. So that's exciting for them. It's been quite traumatic because they had it arranged in 2020. So it's been a long time coming because they've had to cancel it. I think they've had 4 cancellations, or 3 cancellations, and this is 4th time lucky. So there we are. We've got a pocket just there. Just have a look. I've actually cut all the journaling cards and things out as well now. So I'm just wondering if there's something that could go, it's a bit big, in there. I quite like that with the snugs and snails and puppy dogs' tails. But that's just not too big. And again, it's all the little creatures that invade Mrs Tittlemouse. So you can see what a good journal this is. bit of a different theme, and I guess I'm enjoying doing it because I think it's nice to show you the dragonflies. I think I might have the dragonflies in there. I think it's nice to show you that you can use a kit but give it a slightly different theme. So you're still using the kit, so I'm still using the toad kit, which I love, but I'm putting a different slant on it using that toad kit. So I hope you like it, Amy. There, so that's, I'll back that card and I'll back that card. So that is just about the first signature done. Okay, happy with that. Put my clip on it, and then that can go to one side, and I'll start working on journal number 2. So I want to put something in the front of the journal. Thinking, can you hear it? The cogs whirring. I think I might do a envelope flip. Got an envelope, so let's have a look what we can do with the envelope. I do like using envelopes, and I think I said in my last video I like to put something at the front of a journal that's it's about 3/4 of an inch. Sorry, I just want this to be the same, roughly the same size. I like to put something on the first page of a signature that's a bit, not wow, I don't mean it's a wow factor, but something that's a bit different, just to sort of set the theme for that. That's still not the same, is it? Right, 3/4 of an inch. Oh, do you know, it nearly is. I think it's my eye that's out. Not literally, I haven't got an eye out. I do struggle sometimes with my eyes, I know that. That's better. So I want it to be a flip. Sorry folks, I was just thinking. So I'm going to open it on 3 sides. So 2 long sides and 1 short. Oh, you have to open it at the bottom for it to be open, don't I? What a nana. Get that bit open as well then. And as I've been cutting that, I've just been thinking, so what I want to do is I want it to be on the page, and I want it to flip up like that so that you can have writing space, or maybe a pocket under there. Do I want a pocket on there? I have a pocket there, or do I just want it to be, no, I do want it to go down the page like that. It's hard, isn't it? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to cut it to the length of the page, and then I can think about it as I make it, can't I? So that should roughly be the length of the page. Yeah, roughly. So, because I'm just thinking whether I want it to be a tuck at the back with a flip so that you can write on here, and then maybe a pocket on the front. I think what I'm going to do, is find something to go in the window. I'm going to put something behind the window, I think. Oh, I've got this toad here. I wonder if he would fit. Oh, he fits quite nicely, doesn't he? Yes, I like him. So he's going to go on the behind the window. Stick him in. I think he'll be nice behind there. I can't remember how wide. You know, a brain like a sieve sometimes, honestly. I want to see that number 1. That's be less than there. Where did I do it? There. Because I don't want it to be in the crease. There we go. Right, so I'm going to put him behind this window, and then I'm going to cover that. Glue, looking for my glue. Let's get him stuck in. And then that's one part done, isn't it? I'm going to leave him there so that I can cover it. Sorry, I'm just going to have to move it a bit closer because I can't see what I'm doing. Oh, oh, no, don't move. That's where he's going. He's going there, and that's fine. I like him looking through there. Right, I've decided what I'm going to do while I've been doing that. Apart from making a mess of my cutting. Right, I'm going to cover the inside with paper so that it's a bit plain. I'll trim up the edges when I've done. So I want to line this with some paper. I'm obviously not going to have enough to do it all in one go. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of tape, so you can tell I'm thinking. I'm going to put, this is just surgical masking tape, and I'm going to put that over where the fold of the envelope is. I find this surgical tape, it's really useful, really good. It's almost see-through. And that's literally just to support that fold. And it's very sticky surgical tape. And it's not expensive either. Then I'm just going to, sorry if I'm bouncing you, I'm just going to darken that slightly. And then I'm going to use this to cover it, but I don't need to worry. I can go up to that crease, not over it. Right, let me just cut these papers. Okay, so all I've done is lined it. I know you can still see that little bit there, but I have reinforced it. I may well put another piece of paper over that. I'm just not sure at the moment, but that's nicely lined. And now what I want to do is cover the front, and I'm thinking I'm going to go greens because it's going on a pale background, isn't it? So I think the greens would stand out quite nicely. Sorry, I'm just thinking whether I want to do some sort of pocket on the front. Gosh, golly, it does get confusing sometimes, doesn't it? I'm just going to start. I'm gonna again, it's not going to matter if I cover that window slightly because I've put the picture behind it, haven't I? Let's get this cut, put a piece down and see what we think. Oh gosh. And to be honest, if you I'm struggling with that ruler because it's so big at the minute. I've got so much on my desk. I'm trying not to hit things. Right, get my little ruler out. If you don't like what you've collaged, you can always collage over it, can't you? like that, and I'm just going to raise it up a bit so that I can just fold that over. Glue book, get it stuck down. Make sure it's stuck down. Fold that over there. I'm going to leave that like that because if you fold it when it's wet, you get a crease. No, I don't think I am. I'm going to leave it. That's fine. So that bit there. I think this is one of my favourite pages from Amy. I love, but then green is my favourite colour, so I guess I'm drawn to it. I do like greens. Sorry if you can hear the wind blowing. It is blustery out this morning, and I've closed the blinds because the sun's shining straight through. I've buried everything I need. Just cut that, stick that on. Do any of you start a project thinking you know what you're going to do, and then once you started on it, you find that you're going on a different journey with it, a bit like I am with this one. Not that I'm unhappy about it, I love this. Yeah, I'm just going to let those dry just a little bit so I just don't get that ridge. I don't like that ridge that you get when you glue something on a bend. I might try and get that bit there. Because what I'm thinking is I might like that as a pocket, but I haven't got that far yet, have I? Which way around do we think that should go? Green to green? Should we have the different? I think we'll have the different, the little flower on it. And then I'll think about whether or how I can use that that crochet trim bit as a pocket. There's my card. There we go. Now, I could of course well, I like that bit. Do I want a flowery pocket? I might do a little side tuck. So if I back it, how deep is it? How deep, how deep? So it's no more than 3.5. So I'm going to cut a strip 3.5 inches across there. I'm not. Gosh, I'm struggling, folks, aren't I? One minute. Do you know, I've scratched my head for about half an hour, but I think I know. Sometimes I just need to go and sit in a very dark room and think about what I want to do, and then it seems to work out. That's dried now. So I think what I want to do is I'm going to put that on there. I know it's not quite big enough, but that's okay, because I'm going to put a corner pocket on it that will cover it up. So bear with me. I think sometimes it's just hard to know what you want to do, and I think I've said before, I get anxious. I want it to be right, and I suppose I know people say, well, you shouldn't worry about what your work looks like, but sometimes you can't help it. And when I'm using things, I know I can reprint them. That's not the point. I'm going to make a pocket, a corner pocket out of this lovely crocheted. Got to go that way, but that's fine, and that'll that'll cover the bit that I didn't get with the paper, you see. Thinking on all cylinders now. And all I can think, Amy, is if you've got the crochet mat of these greens, I am very jealous. They must be fabulous in I was going to say in real life, but yes, in real life. So I'm going to put that on there, and it's going to be a corner tuck. Can you see it? Sorry, am I off screen? So that's going to be a little corner tuck just there. And I like that. I might need to trim it down a bit, but we'll get it glued together first, same as I did with the other one. Sticky fingers, sticky paper, everything's just sticky stick. Let's just squish it together. Then I'm just going to trim, oops, get that ruler, just trim it a little bit. One of the things I like about these quilting rulers is it's got a 40-degree line. So, of course, if you cut it on 45 degrees, it'll fit flat against the page, which is always a good thing, isn't it? You watch, I'll have put it too small now and it won't cover up that. Well, if it doesn't, I'll just have to patch it. No, it does, look, it covers it. And then again, I'll just glue that bit there, because I don't want to cut any more of it. Snip. Okay, so I'm going to glue that on. Make sure I've got it the right way around then. Glue. Cover up those white bits. I like that. Happy with that. Let's just see what it will look like. I mean, I could stitch around that if I want to, but I think it'll be fine. I don't think it'll need it. Let's see what it'll be like. Oh, what do you think? Do you like it? I do. I like that very much. And then that will flip up. So there'll be writing space on there. I could put a pocket on here. Too much, maybe. If I did a narrow one down there, have we got anything that we think might look nice? Oh, well, I could use this green again, couldn't I? I think that would be nice. Yeah, I'm going to do that for sure. So again, same as with the corner page, it's only copy paper this, but which is 80 GSM. But if I glue two together, in my head, that's 160 GSM. But it certainly does make it tougher. And it's fine as a pocket then. I have to change that glue page, aren't I? that out the way, too sticky. Right, let's cut the edges. And then that's that piece of paper all used up. How tall do I need it to be? It's about 7 3/4. So it's going to be a little bit shorter, but that is absolutely fine because I don't want it all the way up to the top where that crease is. So that will go there as a pocket. I can cut a divot in there to show it's a pocket, roughly the middle, very roughly. And I think that'll be nice, and it doesn't offend me that I can see that. I hope it doesn't offend any of you either. Get rid of that white edge. So I'm going to put a little divot here too. I'm going to do it like that, so that those two match. Oh, cooking on gas now, girl. Glue that down. Oopsie. It's no good gluing my table, is it? I don't want that to stick to anything. There we go. Just fingers, look, that's the ink off the pages, isn't it? So what have we got? Sorry, it's taken me ages to do this one, isn't it? So that's going to go on there like that. It's going to flip up like that, and there's going to be a pocket there, and there's going to be a pocket just there. And I am going to stick it down the back. So I'll glue that on. Down the back bit, yep. Get that glued on. Do you know, I think there must be 1,001 uses for a used envelope. There really must. I'm going to put quite a lot of glue at the top because that's where it's going to get the strain of being lifted up. So I'm just going to pull it closer to me so that I can kind of see what I'm doing and get it kind of straight. That will do. Open it up and glue it on. There we go. So that kind of evolved as I was making it, didn't it? So I want to let that dry. Okay, so I don't think I've done much with you, but you've been with me for 34 minutes. I had a couple of other bits and pieces that I was thinking of. I've got this that I'm thinking will be a pocket, but I need to decorate it, I think. It's a bit, it needs brightening up a bit. Might put another flip out or something on there. That might go like that actually and flip out. Yes, I like that. I'm going to do that now while you're with me. And then I'll pop off and do a little bit more on my own. I don't know if I'll get another video done of this one before it's completed. Picking up 2 pieces there. As I say, I've got quite a lot happening, so it's a case of grabbing time when I can. Do I want to put that at the top and have it as a flip? I might do, actually. For a change. Yeah, that one's going to go there. Sorry, I've gone quiet. I'm gluing. Gluing, folks. Yeah, so I don't know if I'll get a chance to do another video before I do the flip through. So no promises. And then on the back of that, I'll just get my little bits and pieces and do a little bit of collage on the back there. That fits on there nicely. Sorry, looking for my glue book. Oh, it's, oh dear, I've hidden it. Oopsie. Oh, times I do that. Take a great chunk out of my glue. And then that just strengthens it on both sides, doesn't it? It won't come off. Something across the bottom. Like those bugs. See your little snips coming useful. Don't get rid of your little snips and pieces. There we go. So I'll leave that to dry as well. But that looks nice, doesn't it? And it still means you can write on that piece. And I just wanted to put some, same as I did on the other one, I want to put some paper either sides of this. I wonder if I've got time to do that with you before you go. It would have helped if I'd picked a paper to use. Is that orange going to be too bright and jazzy? There's only one way to find out, isn't it? This is from the Spring Has Sprung kit again. So I don't want an awful lot. I just want a little snip. Too much. Too much. Just tear it off. Amy's kits are so colourful, they're gorgeous. Have any of you used her kits? I'm wondering which ones of hers are your favourites. Yes, I like that. Snip a bit off the top. And I want one for, well, one for the other side as well. It's awkward sometimes, isn't it, tearing? I don't like to get the white. That'll do. That'll do. I don't like to get the white showing on the side I'm going to be gluing. Fussy or what? There we go. Got a bit of it there, look. That's all right. We'll didn't want it to be stark white. Snip the ends. Right, let's get those glued on. Am I still in screen for you folks? I keep creeping, don't I? That's not good. Put one on one side and one on the other. Give it a good squishing down. Some more off there, don't I? That'll do. Get that one glued down as well. So I suppose I'm kind of following a bit of a pattern through all 4 signatures. By, you know, putting some decorative paper down the edges of the coffee dyed paper. And I think I'll do the same and put the little Mrs Coggs images. Let me just find them. I can't remember where I put them. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. So what I'd found, I'd cut these little bits out from the kit. So there's the beetle and there's the little butterfly, moth, I'm not sure what it is. And I've just roughly stitched some bits and snips of, when I tear fabric, I keep all the little bits. And I've always got it in a little box. And I'm just going to put those on there. And I'm going to glue those on. So the other one, and then I'll see what I've got laying around for the next set. It's always a bit difficult to glue things like this, I think. Well, for me it is anyway. Gosh, the wind's getting up. Can you hear it rattling? I will go round and double check that they are both glued on anyway, and add extra glue where required. Just put some dobs on. There we go. And it just looks like that little beetle's made its nest in Mrs Tittlemouse's house, and she'll have to sweep it all away again. Must be never ending for her. So I'm going to leave those to dry, but hopefully they won't take long. I just don't want them to stick to the other pages when I put them back in. So I hope you can see those. Can you see those? So little bits of fluff. Okay. Where did that go? It goes in there, doesn't it? It matches. Look, we've got the beetle and the beetle. So that goes there, and lay that there. Right, okay, so I'm going to leave this to dry. And I'll be back maybe with a flip through. I'm not sure what time I'll get, but I hope you like what I'm doing. I hope you like this kit. I certainly do, and I like the little twist that I've done on it by using a Mrs Tittlemouse for it. So I hope you enjoy it, and take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.